What's going on, guys? Crunchykieran back again for another Jurassic World Evolution episode, but this one, slight change, will not be live because, as I said in my last one, I was going to grind away and try and get it done off camera, and I did, but I didn't expect it to go quite that well. So what I'm going to do essentially is basically just talk over that, and also I tried to progress the island a bit, and I got, obviously because I'll get to 5 stars as you'll see, I just tried to try a bit more and get a mission done, and that mission turned out to be a bit of a dick, so I just want to quickly go through that, give my thoughts on that and little tips and tricks, etc, etc. So as you can see, we do have a T-Rex, so I thought let's release him. I can't remember what was in this enclosure. This is going to be really messy because it's not live. I think, right, yeah, that's it, I remember. The T-Rex broke out, or I moved into another enclosure, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in there. And I've just spammed a lot of herbivores into that enclosure, and it's all about using your management view. As you can see, I did build a monorail as well. I built that from one end of the island to the other. You don't have to do like a circuit, just one track is fine. I moved, instead of having a T-Rex paddock and an Indominus paddock, I just had a T-Rex paddock, and instead got some Brachiosauruses to have a bit of variety. So as you can see, my dinosaur rating is 5 stars. It's just my facility rating. We are on 4.9 stars at the minute. 2,000 guests on this island, and you're not going to be making loads of money, so I just decided to chuck in a random building. I think that's a fast food there, because it said they needed fast food, so I was like, right, fuck it, let's buy it. 5 stars off from the time, it's not going to happen straight away. It's going to be a build. You have to keep everything, like basically when a dinosaur breaks loose, and you go down to like 2 stars, and then you get it back in, and then it goes back up. That's basically what you want to try and do. You want to just build it, because it will happen. You just have to keep everything as it is. Dinosaur rating is pretty easy to get. It's facility rating that I struggle with quite a lot. But you see, look how many herbivores we have. We have so many herbivores, and they will actually be my downfall later on. But so as you can see, still 4.9, not loads of money. So ideally, you want to have your setup in place so you're not rebuilding constantly and stuff like that. As you can see, the objectives I have are very good. They're not very good ones, especially like the Gigantosaurus. I don't even think I can find that one yet, so that's just not possible to do. So I think I'll get rid of them later on. But yeah, as you can see, we go into zoom, and just out of nowhere, Ian Malcolm will show his face.
Well, we all do things for many reasons.
There you go, getting rid of those 2 trees did it. All I had to do was get rid of them trees.
But if achievements are what you're after, well, you've reached all that you can on Isla Pèna.
Exactly. There we go, guys. We got 5 stars. So now we're going into the mission, Needs Management. This is a science mission on the 4th island of Isla Pèna, and as you can see, when the security dick gets out of my way, George Lambert, we have to release 4 Gallimimuses, 2 Chasmosauruses, a Deinonychus, and a Metrocanthosaurus, all above 85% genome. This is why it's important to go back to your previous islands, spam the expedition map, get lots of genomes found and discovered, so then you can just release dinosaurs. And also, these missions don't tell you beforehand what the objective is going to be, which is why I wanted to try and get 5 stars first, and then if it fucks my island up, which it kind of did, then so be it. So Deinonychus, so my plan already is to release the Deinonychus into the Velociraptor enclosure. I'm just going to tranquilize and sell the Velociraptors, because I've got 5 stars. Like, this isn't about parker management, this is about completing this mission. And the Metrocanthosaurus will go where the T-Rex goes, as you'll see later. Chasmosauruses and Gallimimus can just go in the herbivore enclosure, but they do cause me problems later on, as you'll see. I'll try and cut it out a little bit better. As you can see, we just, I think Metrocanthosaurus and Chasmosaurus wasn't high enough. So obviously, just as much as you can, just keep sending teams out on expeditions, even if it's not to sell them, just to get the fossils, because that is what the game's about. Even if you don't use half of them, well, I don't use half of these dinosaurs, which I probably should, but a lot of them, like the Triceratops family, like the Chasmosaurus and stuff like that, they can't really go in with other people, because they'll just fuck shit up, as you'll see in a bit. So as you can see, I'm tranquilizing the T-Rex just to get him out, ready and done, because he's not part of the objective. He's just going to wreck the Metrocanthosaurus, because he's a modified one, and it just won't really be fair. So the Gallimimuses, I think, yeah, we already have them released. So it's like, right, I'm going to tranquilize the Metasaurus because they need a lot of them. So I'm looking, and you get your progress bars on the bottom right, so it tells you what it is. So I think I had all of these at 85%, as I said, except for some. There you go, Metrocanthosaurus, which I'll show you in a second. There he is, 86%. So yeah, we've just got him up. So we can go ahead and release one of those. And then again, similar to what I did with the T-Rex one, well, she's just telling me stuff. Basically, I did it, I edited that, if you didn't notice. So yeah, I got them all released, all done and fine. My plan was to put the Chasmosauruses in this enclosure, but I'm going to tranquilize the Brachiosauruses so that the Chasmosauruses just have that enclosure to themselves. Turned out I should have just left them there, although there you go. Like you see in the bottom right, it's changed. And sure, carnivores and herbivores are housed separately. That you complete that without even knowing, because it's just common sense. Dinosaur remains housed within a secure enclosure. Obviously, you're not just going to release a fucking dinosaur randomly unless you're pissing about, which I'm not doing just yet. And sure, all carnivores are housed together. So basically, it wants the T-Rexes with the Deinonychuses, which is like it wants the Metrocanthosaurus, apologies, with the Deinonychuses, which I'm just not pronouncing right, but oh well. Thankfully, they don't attack each other for some reason. They just don't attack each other. The Metrocanthosaurus is fine with them, so you do not need to worry about that one, guys. The issue I had is with the fucking herbivores. And also, quick note on the Deinonychuses, they need at least 6 of them. At least 5 or 6 of them to be happy. Because their social is so high. It's higher than a Velociraptors. They need packs to feel comfortable, essentially. I've started doing this as well, guys, around my carnivore enclosures. If you have space, that is. If you don't have space, then fair enough. But like I said, I got to 5 stars so I could delete. I deleted a building that was there. I think it was a fast food place. Is double your fences. Like I have it on the 3rd island where like on my Velociraptor and my T-Rex enclosure. If you can double your fences, it just makes your life so much easier. Because a lot of the times, a dinosaur breaks a fence, and if it leads directly outside, they'll run away. If it leads to nothing, they'll just go away and attack a different part of the fence. So if you build a fence only for them to destroy it and then have to get through another fence, a lot of the times it could save you time, either to tranquilize or to rehouse or to repair. And a lot of the time they'll just turn around and walk away. Like that's how I did the containment studies one. You just built fence around fence around fence, and a lot of the time it works. Like the dinosaur gets confused. It doesn't really know what's going on. I don't blame it. So as you can see, we've got brand new objectives. So we got them all together. We tranquilized. I did this the long way around because the T-Rex enclosure, the Metrocanthosaurus enclosure was bigger. So I was like, right, Deinonychuses, tranquilize them all and move them all to the Metrocanthosaurus one. Put the Chasmosauruses in with all my herbivores because there's too many herbivores to move across to one enclosure. So I just had to get the Chasmosauruses in there. And it gives you need to get these things like happy. I think that's what that means. It definitely doesn't mean full. Definitely doesn't mean full because Deinonychuses, they weren't full on any of them, but they were happy a lot of the time. And as you can see, we have a breakout of the Chasmosaurus, the Triceratops family, and look at all those herbivores in there just from that tranquilizer screen. But look at the social. He's not happy. He's not happy with how many of him there is. He's not happy with how many herbivores there are, and in that there's too much. So we had to fix that quickly, and if we didn't, then this mission and this mission, to be fair, did go on a long time. I'll cut this down, but like the uncut footage was probably about 40 minutes or something, just because I just kept breaking out. So I've got the paddock thing, so I'm just gonna get another Deinonychus in there just to make them comfortable, because only however many was required for that mission are your objective dinosaurs. But if you need more, you need more. And you see Mesosauruses, they don't like it if there's not a lot of them. Parasaurolophus are okay, Gallimimuses are okay, Strythiomimuses are okay, Edmontosauruses are normally okay. But anything that's like got a hard shell, hard head, hard back, hard tail, just fucks with you. It's like it's unbelievable, to be honest. And it's like you've just got to, if you want them in, you've got to give them their own enclosure. There's no two ways about it. You have to give them the space they need, and sometimes it's not worth it for me. So you see fossil, forest and grassland is nearly full. Social's down. Social is down mainly for the Deinonychuses and the Chasmosauruses. Gallimimuses, you barely need to please. They just do what they want. So right now, as you can see, I'm choosing which dinosaurs to tranquilize. Be careful you don't tranquilize and sell the ones that are required for the objective. I'm not sure what that would do. I'm assuming it would fail it. Also, nobody died, thankfully, in this one. Like, no dinosaurs died. Although I think my Metrocanthosaurus did kill a Deinonychosaurus at one point, and I was really worried it was the one I needed. But yeah, as you can see, population and social was just, look, social is just okay. Just okay. Grassland, forest, more than enough. So basically they need a lot of them. They're like a Velociraptor, they need more of them than there is. So yeah, the main thing now is get the dinosaurs back in the enclosure and try and get rid of a lot of the herbivores that we don't need. As you can see, I'm on 3.5 stars, and because we're not bothered about 5 stars. Look, I put the Chasmosauruses back in after I edited this. I put them back in, and they broke out yet again. and just everybody gets out. Everybody gets out. So that is one thing I will be aware. I should be aware. I should make you aware of. You will need to have Chasmosauruses in an enclosure with themselves, or with your other herbivores. And if there's too many, they'll break out. If there's not enough, they'll break out. So if you could get that ready beforehand, that'd be good. Like I'm gonna say, like what was it, like the second island? I got an objective way too soon because I was trying to get money from a science where you had to house the sick dinosaurs, and that just screwed my island up completely, like twice, because it cost loads of money to accept it and then to research it and then to do all this. So it's just be aware of these missions if you're not prepared for them. It's best to just do your missions, best to do your island, get into a good place financially and space wise, so that it doesn't affect your island too much. What happened in this one, like in this one, like there was one enclosure that had no dinosaurs in whatsoever, and two enclosures. The Velociraptor and the Brachiosaurus enclosure were just empty because of me trying to accommodate this objective, and yeah, it's not very practical. So as you can see, we've got a Chasmosaurus just running fucking wild. These things, they were fine once obviously I sort my enclosure out. We've got the threat there. So it says I want to try and build. I want to try and double the fence up, but the fence mechanics on PlayStation are a bit iffy. Like I just want to just backwards, but no, it locks onto the fence. So it's like, oh, why? So I think I end up deleting the fence at one point, but I think I edited that out. So yeah, this is just a poor example of me trying to build a fence. I even try and curve it and everything. But like I said, Edmontosauruses rarely cause me any problems or anything. You can see from the triangle. So you don't have a lot of space to work, but again, this island is kind of rewarding. Like somehow I've got 4 enclosures on this island and got it to 5 stars. So it's like, fuck this game, making me invest all that time in it. So you can see, I had to upgrade my ACU center to give it 4 tasks because this was taking the piss. So I've got it to tranquilize all them people, get the Chasmosaurus back into its enclosure where we need it to be, and we're aware. As you can see, I'm breeding some Chasmosauruses at the enclosure, but they take this so long to breed, to incubate, sorry. So yeah, I'm incubating them just to release straight into there. Like I said, you don't need them once you have your objective ones, but a Chasmosaurus isn't going to be happy unless you have about 5 of him, so we might as well just build it just to get the mission done, and we can afford it, and I'm not trying to get 5 stars anymore because I got that. I think once you've got it, that's it. You don't need to keep it at 5 stars, like to get any trophies or anything like that. Can't confirm until I do the 5th island, guys. So yeah, the ACU unit center just doing all that. I upgraded its reload speed and accuracy. I found it to now be a lot more effective, especially although the ranges are still slightly dodgy. So as you can see, now we did end up getting the last objective complete. As I said, repair the fences, got them back in the enclosure. It doesn't say how many herbivores you need, just get rid of the ones you don't need. Get Chasmosauruses in there to get them comfortable, because you don't need to keep them. This is just for this mission, which is a bit ugh. But now we've got diseases, which should have been researched, like I said before. As soon as you get a research centre, guys, on a new island, you should be going back to your previous island, and you should be carrying out that research and all those expeditions, getting those fossils and genomes, because you don't want to be wasting your money and time on your new island doing that, because there's no point. If the game allows you to do it with your 150 million island rather than your 6 million island, so you might as well just go back and do it all there. And by doing so, you get like genetic upgrades and obviously medical upgrades, which allows me to just straight away heal them without having to research. If I had to research, everyone else would have got infected. I'm guessing the game and the mission would have got harder. I ended up sending 2 jeeps into there to heal 3 dinosaurs, just to get it done quicker. Like, I might as well. All my assets are focused on this one mission, so I might as well just focus, get it done. We get that one section done, and now we have to heal the Dinoncuses. So we've got one section done, another section, which we've got the breeding, we've got the housing, and we've got the medicine. So after that, theoretically, like, you're thinking this should be the end. Like, you should be about to come to the end, because these missions do tend to drag on a little bit, but you can sort of see, like, where it's going, like how it's going to end, sort of thing, because they're not like big dramatic missions, but they do change it up and they are quite dynamic, so I do like that aspect of it. So like I say, we get 2 jeeps in to heal 2 dinosaurs just to make sure it doesn't spread and it's over quickly. 1 jeep somehow managed to get in, even though it said they had trouble, but it doesn't. So yeah, just don't have a lot of herbivores. You're going to need, basically all you're going to need is 2 enclosures essentially, and you're going to have to move them across and back and forth. It's a bit of a faff, but once you actually get going, like, thankfully the carnivores don't attack each other, the herbivores don't attack each other, they just like to break out. Once that jeep heals that dinosaur, you shall see we get mission accomplished, guys. So that was needs management and 5 stars on Isla Pèna. Thanks for watching.